Welcome to Python Basics Part 2 with Dimple Arora, and today we are going to discuss about the various building blocks of a program. A Python program may comprise of keywords, identifiers, comments, expressions, statement, punctuators, constants, variables, output, input. So these are the basic building blocks of a program. So let us learn about them one by one. To begin with, we have something called keywords. All predefined words of Python which has a special meaning for the interpreter and is used for special intended purpose are known as keywords. We can see the keywords FALSC false, none, try, in, def, for, del, finally, import, with. All these are the keywords in Python language. Next we have identifiers. Identifiers is nothing but a name used to identify an object in Python like a variable, a function or a class or a module. So we give name to each entity. So like we have a name of a student in a class. We differentiate one student from another student by his or her name. We can have many rooms in a school or a library. We distinguish one room from another room by its room number. Every year we name a year, like right now year 2020 is going on. So 2020 is a reference which is used to identify this year from the previous year. So we use identifiers to identify a particular entity. But when we are using an identifier, we have to take care of certain rules in a program. So an identifier in any computer programming language generally have such rules like we must use an alphabet in the beginning. Your identifier may comprise of alphabets, digits and underscore. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. No special characters like hash, dot, dollar are allowed to constitute an identifier. Even the spaces are not allowed. When we are taking identifiers, we must use short and meaningful identifiers. We can have look to these identifiers. NAME, name is it can be a name of a person, name of an employee. So name is an identifier. It's a valid identifier as it comprises of all the alphabets. 12 roll is comprised of digits and alphabets, but it starts with a digit, which is a violation of a rule. So this is not a valid identifier. Room number contains a space in between, so it's not a valid identifier. Year starts with an underscore, so this is a valid identifier. Book hash number, hash is not allowed, so not a valid identifier. Try is a keyword, so it's not a valid identifier. My underscore class, we can have when the identifier comprises of two words, we can use underscore as a separator. So my class is a valid identifier. Player dot score, dot is not allowed while naming an identifier, so this is an invalid identifier. Next is variable. A variable is nothing but a named memory location which can store a value. So a variable is created as soon as we assign a value to it in Python. Like when I write x is equal to 12, a memory is allocated for a variable x where the value 12 is stored, and x points to a memory location where 12 is stored. Constants. Constants are nothing but the variables with an exception that it cannot be changed once it's set. So constraints are written in Python all capital letters and underscore separating the words and are usually defined in a module. So generally we define using capital letters and they are defined within the module. So like we can have example, gravity written in capital letter equals to 9.8. This is gravity due to Earth's acceleration. So this is gravity defined as constant. Then we have punctuators. The following ASCII characters are most commonly used punctuators in Python. That is your all type of braces, simple braces, curly braces, square braces, comma, semicolon, dot. We have a backslash, hash, at the rate, colon, equals to, single quotes, double quotes. All these are the punctuators. Now there are certain commands or certain statements which are ignored by the compiler and they are just written for the documentation purpose. The comment helps to explain certain line of codes within the program to help the user understand the program better. And the comments are of two types, single line comments and multi-line comments. Single line comments written in a one line and it is always preceded by a hash symbol. A multi-line comment always starts with a triple quote and ends with a triple quote, and it may read across or written across multiple lines. Then expressions. Expression is a Python statement which comprises of constants, values, variables and operators. Expression always evaluates into a value. A statement. A statement in Python is any piece of code that the interpreter can execute. Input and output. To make the program interactive, we must use certain statements which can accept inputs from the user, and we must have certain statements so that we can show output to the users. So in Python we have an input function which accepts user inputs and a print function to respond to the users in Python. So input functions, like I can write x is equal to enter a value, so or I can write a is equal to int input enter a value, enter first number, b is equal to enter second value, then I can write c is equal to a plus b. So whatever value I have entered, if the same value, suppose the user entered 6, so when I write print 6, shift will be displayed on the screen, and I have entered say 2 and 3 for the value a and b, and then when I write print a b, 2 and 3 gets printed. When I write sum of a comma b is c, so it will print sum of a comma b is 5, sum of 2 comma 3 is 5. So there is a string hello, another string students, and we can assign the values directly to the variables. And when I use print statement, print str1 plus str2, it concatenates the two strings str1 and str2, that is hello students, and print in a single line. This is, you can see, a complete program in which various elements are highlighted. So we have started the program with triple quotes, program to print this pattern, and ends with a triple quote. And this, as the line starts with a triple quote written across multiple lines, ends with a triple quote, all this green portion we see is a multi-line comment. And then when I am writing n equals to int input enter the number of lines, this n is a variable, and this complete statement we can say is an input statement. It is using an input function and prompts the user to enter certain number which is get stored in equal to. So this n equal to, when there is a n equal to symbol, a variable is there, an operator equal to is there, and some value inputted by the user will be there. So this will also be an expression. And then we are using for. For is a keyword used for a loop. So keyword for is used, and then I am writing for I in range n comma 0 comma minus 1 and the colons. The colon and the braces which our uses here are the punctuators, and print is an output statement. So print function is used to print something on the screen, and is equal to double quote space double quote, this is an expression because it is having a variable, then a equal to symbol and its value. So that is an expression. I and j are also the identifiers. They are used to identify the loop counter variables, and hence you can see the various elements which makes a complete program. Thank you very much.